G'day guys, welcome back to the lower grade letdowns with Darren Lockyer and Darcy Gannon. How are we, Darcy?
Good, mate. Actually, after the weekend, I identify as Alfie Langer, so pretty good.
True,
I was going to say Albert Kelly, but that's not the right player.
Definitely not the
I'm pretty
right
good,
player.
mate. How are you?
Yeah, look, not bad.
Back at the mighty Caxton Hotel.
Back at the Caco as always. Yeah, mate, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I got my voice back. I wasn't actually able to talk earlier in the week, so very glad we're doing this on Tuesday. Believe this one will come out tomorrow. Big things happening here.
Yep. So I was just turning my headphones down.
Yeah, it's all good.
We will get into your lack of talking ability on the Friday pod, I think.
Definitely. But
because it was quite a big weekend, wasn't it?
it was, mate. But not just a big weekend for us, but a big weekend of sport. But before we get into that, quick shout out to the sponsors of this week's podcast, the boys from Bloody Brilliant Beers.
I'm just going to check this cord on the camera because it looks like it's not recording C-top, right?
Before we get into the weekend of sport, just a quick shout out to the sponsors of this week's podcast, the Bloody Brilliant Beers boys. They're back on board again this week. Don't know what they're seeing
Thank you for their service.
But thank you for your service. We are wearing some of their kit that will be coming out shortly. We've both got the hoodies on this evening.
Yeah, I'm actually hot.
Yeah, it's
the hoodies
good.
are too good.
Yeah, they're too good. And as anyone up in fucking Brisbane would know, it is freezing at the moment, particularly for Brisbane weather. We are absolute cowards in the cold, so we need the hoodies.
They'll be good, though, come winter. It's just too early,
Yeah, exactly.
which is why we're not releasing them yet.
Winter is next week.
Is it? Like, officially?
Like
Fuck, it is.
June, bro.
Yeah.
I had that conversation in my head last night going to sleep. So these hoodies and the long sleeve
head
shirts, a lot of head noise.
Yeah, they're
but
coming
we'll get
soon.
into that. Yeah,
Fuck, man.
we are coming into winter. Oh, God. Just a momentary pause.
We got some wedges.
Yeah, we got some. Ooh.
Can you hear that? It's our buzzer. I'll go get them.
All right. So, yeah, big weekend of sport was had. Rugby League was in full flight, as always. There was a lot of key injuries this week. But we'll get up some results from last week. And I don't think our multis pulled off at all either. We've been going pretty fucking shit in that regard, to be perfectly honest.
I would just like to say, I don't know if you remember what mine was from last week. I do, but test for you.
Okay. You have Broncos 13 plus.
Broncos head-to-head, but yep.
Same shit.
Said if Hughes wasn't named, Cowboys.
Yep.
And then I said the Sharks 13 plus. I was paying $16.
Fuck, so it got up.
The Sharks fucking didn't win 13 plus.
What'd they win by?
Like 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, true. Oh,
Useless
7.
pricks. Yeah.
Bastards.
They were up, well and truly up as well at one stage, and I was like, I'm just the greatest punter alive. But couldn't get it done. Fucking dogs. But we'll be back this week with a winning mult.
So we'll go through the results. Broncos 36-12. Man, at half time, I was watching that and I was like, this is a little bit shaky. Expected because Big Hog Adam Reynolds wasn't there.
Yep.
He was there in spirit.
He was physically there but not playing.
Yeah,
He was at the
exactly.
ground.
But they came out and absolutely dominated in the second half.
I said on last week's podcast, I was like, I'm a bit worried. Like, Milford returns, Newcastle in Newcastle, no Reynolds. I was like, this has got Broncos losing all over it. Started the game with here we go. But I dead set reckon the Broncos needed that win more than when they beat the Sharks at the top of the table like 2 weeks ago. No Reynolds. They needed to win without Reynolds away from home. Like, gutsy win as well. They were down. Like, they didn't just come out and smoke them. The Broncos of old would have just rolled over and copped a humping there.
Yep.
But the boys really needed that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Selwyn Cobbo, fucking Jesus, signing up for the rest of his life.
Fucking oath. He goes all right. Shout out to Herbie Farmworth for signing on for another year as well. That's always good for Broncos fans to hear. So, that was Thursday. West Tigers got up 36-22 against the Bulldogs. Now, I did bring this up.
I tipped the fucking Bulldogs.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I tipped the Tigers. I'm not sure, but I did bring this up on the After Party podcast, which I believe is out yesterday if you're listening to this on Wednesday.
Did it come out today?
I'm pretty sure it came out today or it is coming out. I don't know. Well, it came out Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't
Whenever it
fucking
comes
know,
out,
but
just keep an eye out for it.
Give it a listen if you can.
Clutzy went on Thursday night.
So now I was talking about how usually, when a coach is sacked, the team sort of rises. I think
that's
we
what I
spoke
was
about
expecting.
this last week.
That's why I tipped the
possibly.
Bulldogs.
Now, I can understand why the Bulldogs didn't. They've got a bloke called Mick Potter.
Harry's dad.
Could be Harry's dad. The way I'm looking at it, though, is the bloke basically sounds like some fucked up McDonald's meal.
What do you mean?
Can I get a Mick Potter? How can you perform for someone that's literally named like a burger?
Get a large McPotter.
Can I get a large Mick Potter,
meal.
please? Hey, Mick Potter, hey.
Coke with that?
And exactly, Coke. And you know what? If it's like Macca's, it's fast service,
It is.
which means that he comes in and he gets out quickly.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be there for long.
You don't dwell at Macca's for
You
long,
don't dwell at Macca's for long. Mick Potter, not going to be around for long.
And often you regret Macca's after you eat it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You like look forward to it. Like, fuck yeah, I'm getting a big McPotter meal on the way home.
Yeah, well, I had a
Eat it
big,
in the car park.
meal this afternoon, and tell you what, I regret it already. That's only a couple of hours ago.
I often indulge after the podcast, get so excited I'm going to get a big McPotter meal on the way
Yeah.
home, eat it in the car park, get home and just am so ashamed to even stand in front of my girlfriend
Yep.
and turn dinner down.
Yeah, exactly. Can you honestly look me in the eye and say that the Bulldogs aren't regretting getting someone named after a McDonald's meal?
Not after the weekend, I can't.
Unless he starts winning, and then, I don't know, Canterbury Bulldogs, if you guys are listening in the marketing department, maybe around the Bankstown and Canterbury areas, if he does start winning games, feel free to get in contact and we can have a discussion about what the McPotter could look like as a burger.
Yeah.
But
The Broncos have a deal with Macca's. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it is.
They got a
but-
Broncos burger, maybe he can get a McPotter burger. But he's got to put results up. Exactly. McPotter. So
If you
Yeah.
if you could sum up a rugby league loss in a burger, like what would it be? If that make, do you know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
Like, is it just buns with nothing? in
it'd
the
have to
middle?
make you shit. Like feel shit
Like,
and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, so what I'm thinking is like probably like just the bottom bun, not the top bun.
Twice or
No, just by itself, like because there's something missing, obviously. Bit of beef, bit of cheese, and that's it. There's no sauce. There's no nothing else. Like you've just
Dry.
got it's dry. It's incomplete. Maybe even a little nibble out of it.
yeah,
That's a McPotter.
and it's also the meat's gone. What's the word?
Dry.
Like off.
oh,
What's the word? Rancid.
yeah,
So it makes you shit.
yeah, it does. And throw up and really make you contemplate like. Why did I
choose Macca's?
choose this? Why did I choose the McPotter?
Why didn't I choose a healthy Trent Barrett?
or
Well, he
Shane
stood
Flanagan?
down, but Shane Flanagan, yeah.
I don't
Who
know,
knows?
man. I don't know. So
Really makes you think.
Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, you guys really need to have a look at yourself and think, do we really want to be led by someone who is basically a McHappy Meal? He's a McPotter. And if he was a McDonald's character, he'd be Grimace.
Grimace.
Yeah, that's a McPotter because it's just fucking sad.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Now we
moving
cover
on.
that game off.
Yep.
Sorry, we're eating wedges.
All right. Next game was I didn't actually get to catch this one. I was about to say I don't know what I was doing Friday, but I do. I was fucking pounding brothers into the earth. Eels got up 22-20 against the Sea Eagles in what I believe was controversial fashion.
Can I just say, I know it's early days, but even earlier days was the start of the season when I said Manly won't make the top 6 and they might not make the top 8.
I actually have in my notes, which yes, I have notes this week. Has Overreaction Wednesday already come into fruition?
Yeah.
That was I'm pretty sure one of our first
First.
Overreaction Wednesdays
Yep.
was Manly are not going to make the top 8
Manly
at all.
currently coming 10th
Yep.
with no Thomas Travojevic for the season.
Pretty fucked.
Good luck. Couldn't
Yeah,
have happened to
they're,
a better club either. You fuckwits.
Exactly. And a
you're
better
listening,
and a
Reverend.
better support base as well.
Yeah. Suck it in, Tom and Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. You're all fuckwits when you talk about Manly. No one cares. Now, for them as well, if they're looking to get a bounce back, they've got Melbourne who are coming off 2 losses in a row, which never happens, with the impending return
I reckon Melbourne win by 1,000. on the
of
weekend.
Jerome Hughes.
Yeah.
Jerome has
In
been
Melbourne,
out.
I'm pretty sure.
Exactly, mate. It's Thursday night footy in Melbourne for Indigenous round with Greg Inglis returning. We'll get into it. Fuck it. We'll get into it later. But yeah, all I know is
I
that
have no idea
people
what
are
you're
saying
talking
that the
about
Sea Eagles were. Oh yeah, it's coming. Sea Eagles were apparently robbed You still lost.
Don't care. How about that?
At the end of the day, you wouldn't have been in that position if you played better. So you
simply
lost.
didn't. Moving on. Saturday, Dragons 24 beat the Warriors 18. Didn't watch the game.
Didn't get to say it.
We got on the piss all weekend, basically. So we
Yeah,
didn't watch much footy. We'll cover that off on the Friday pod, but yeah.
Disappointing to say the least. Next game, 36-6
Called
Cowboys over Melbourne.
Put some respect on the Cowboys. I said if Hughes doesn't play, Cowboys are going to win.
I've been saying this for a long time now, but like Jerome Hughes is so fucking pivotal to that team.
So underrated.
And I think people are only finally starting to understand because we've been so lucky that he hasn't really been out. But people are only really starting to understand how pivotal he is. Like his organisation and shit is just second to none.
He is to the Storm what Reynolds is to the Broncos.
Essentially, yes. He's the little general out there.
Easy to forget at the Storm because he has so many good players around him.
It's a thing, but like...
But that doesn't make a difference. Like, doesn't mean he's not like missed any less.
I'd say if you talk to anyone in that building, they'd say he's like the most influential player based on like what he does for that team. So, needed some respect for the Cowboys. That's probably the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
I didn't like to see it, but I certainly copped a lot of shit from Liam Kennedy at our 10-year reunion up here watching that game. I just stopped watching. Pretty disappointing, but well, it is what it is. Roosters continue. Dude, the Roosters were like top 4 or something the other week.
Yeah.
And they've had possibly one of the shittest seasons you'd think.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't know how, like, I've heard like Kempy and shit talk about how they're just hanging in there. It's like, how? Like, they're terrible. They got done 32-12 by the Panthers. I think we were discussing last week. It was crazy that they were such big outsiders and they're meant to be a top 4 team.
Yeah.
I think it just shows.
Like, start of the season, Penrith, Sydney and Melbourne would have been like top 3.
Yeah, exactly.
You could argue.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up now, so you don't have to change your screen.
Yeah.
Roosters are currently sitting, I reckon, 7th. There you go.
Yeah, right.
So
watch them slide out of the 8. So.
Yeah, fucking hell. All hell's breaking loose.
Yep. Early game on Sunday, Raiders get up 32-12 against the Rabbits. The Raiders have sort of come out of nowhere the last 2 weeks.
I've said it the week before last, just leave me out of the Raiders game. You never know if they're going to turn up. The Raiders and the Eels are the 2 teams. Just can't trust.
Are the Raiders the new Warriors?
Yeah. Yep.
Because the Warriors just...
Occasionally just win.
You already know that they're probably not going to win. Like, they're not the old team that can just flick it on anymore. But the Raiders, you just never know what they're going to do. Like, there's a good chance they'll go out. I don't know who they're playing next
week. I think
Whiten
was back this week. I didn't see the game.
Yeah, right.
But I think Whiten was back, so I'm sure that probably had some influence on their performance. But
yeah, right.
Potentially not. As I said, I didn't see the game.
And then in possibly the wettest game in the history of rugby league, Titans go down 18-25 to the Sharks. Nico performed very well in the wet.
We've been saying that all season. Just needed the 13 plus there, Mr. Hines, you fucking dog. But
yeah, that's pretty shit.
Look, I had a pretty solid week in the tipping. The 2 I got wrong were I tipped the Seagulls and the Bulldogs, which was stupid upon reflection. Yeah. But I said to someone in the office at the start of the week, I said this is a weekend where it could be upsets on every game.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, I took all the upsets and I thought about playing my joker.
Fuck.
And lucky I didn't because I got 2 wrong. But I was sort of banking on getting all of the upsets and then no one else having a good round. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, can't be mad with the 6.
No, you can't be at all. Moving on to this week, it's Indigenous round.
Yep.
So.
How good's having Thursday footy?
It's great to have it back. Nice to relax too as you're getting ready for that last working day of the week. Really good stuff. So this week, traditionally a pretty fiery game and a good matchup, but with the Seagulls being absolute dog shit and losing their only player, look for Melbourne to come back in a big way here. Nick Meaney's hopefully back at fullback now.
Melbourne will be chomping at the bit.
Yeah, Jerome Hughes. From some sources, I heard that he was really fucking crook all of last week. That's why he missed the game. It wasn't injury. It was
like he was flu or something.
Like, yeah, really sick, but was like real fucking pissed that he had to miss the game.
Yeah,
so I expect him to come out and possibly
throb.
I don't know, take over Anthony Albanese as fucking Prime Minister
Storm
of
are
this country.
$1.18.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, hey? In a 2-horse race for one team to be $5 is ridiculous. But yeah, I think
especially
Melbourne win.
no, like I know you love Storm, and I don't want to fucking talk shit, but they haven't been going very well.
No,
like for them to be $1.18 just shows you how much Manly stink, especially without Turbo.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, look, I know you try not to lay shit on the team that I support, but I'm a pretty straight shooter. I can see that we haven't performed very well recently.
Like, coming off the back of 2 losses and you're $1.18. Talk me through that. That's fucked.
I saw something the other night that we are now down from our full strength team. No excuses, but from our full strength team, it was like 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 10, something else. But we're not like the Roosters, so we're not going to use that as an excuse. And we're going to come out and we're going to win 13 plus against the Eagles. Next game, this is fucked to me that the Cowboys are paying $4 against the Panthers. I'd love to see what the line is in this game.
I'll tell you if you like.
So that is the 6 p.m. game. Now, I understand that the Broncos are absolutely humming and that it'd be good for primetime television.
The line's 14.5.
Fuck, I'd probably take that.
Oh, yeah. I think that, well, I've been talking up the Cowboys all season. I think they are going really well. I think that last week was supposed to be their big test against the Storm, and they couldn't have played any better. But no Hughes, it's like not really full strength Storm. I reckon this week they're in for a shock. I reckon the Panthers might absolutely smoke them. But 14.5 is a big line.
14.5 is a massive line, man, particularly when it's 1v3.
Yeah, and the Cowboys just fucking put how many on the score?
Panthers haven't been putting like
massive scores on.
They're a fucking amazing defensive team. Like they're just such a good team, but they're just defending well and just fucking going through the motions and having a good time and winning. It's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Panthers there, but I'm probably going to look at Cowboys line for my bet. Next game, Broncos-Titans up here at Suncorp. That'll be a cracker of a game. Just
Reynolds not named.
That's
a good thing. We're doing the podcast a day later on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's shit because it means I got to stay up all night editing it, but it's good because the team lists are out. Ezra Mam's been named once again. So I don't know if that'll stay that way.
Fuck.
He might be a late inclusion. I'm not sure, but
the Broncos now have that confidence, and Titans will have a chip on their shoulder. They always do when they come up to Suncorp, but I just think they're that shit that they won't do anything.
Titans are like what the Broncos were. Well, probably not as bad as this, but last year just inconsistent.
Yeah, agreed.
Whereas the Broncos seem to be going all right. So
agreed. Next game, this will be a real fucking toss of the coin. Warriors versus Knights at Redcliffe. I think the Warriors come out and win this.
Yep. Knights are in shambles.
Just for their sake, I hope they do. Next game, 5:30 game on Saturday will be Rabbitohs versus West Tigers. Rabbitohs after a disappointing loss. Cody Walker needs to step up for them. Big time.
It's going to be hard to build a bet this week. I'm just scrolling ahead and looking like fucking, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Very difficult, but I'm probably going to go Rabbits there.
Hard to back against them there.
Sharks against the Roosters. Probably go Sharks there, but that's a very tight game. Sharks haven't been playing that well in the last few weeks. Sort of coming back down to earth, but
Roosters point to prove.
Origin selection looming. Look for Nico Hines to really stamp his authority on the game and take that 14 for New South Wales, which will suck for us. Bulldogs, Dragons. I'm going Dragons there. You just can't trust the Bulldogs. And then the last game of the round will be Raiders, Eels down in Canberra. Also can't trust the Eels.
Or the Raiders. That's the don't trust it cup.
Yeah.
Everything says leave that out of your bet, but I might put it in. I got no idea what I'm going to do here. All right. I'm going to build something quickly.
We're just going to quickly construct some bets here, so responsibly.
Of course.
I'm going...
Melbourne 13 plus.
Melbourne 13 plus. It's burnt me the last few weeks. I'm going to have a look at the line.
In the North Queensland game?
Yeah. I might even
plus 14.5.
It's not bad. Not bad at all. Plus 14.5 North Queensland. I was thinking of building my own line there. I'm just going to take Brisbane head-to-head against the Gold Coast.
Okay. My malt for the weekend's paying $5.54.
Yeah.
Melbourne 13 plus, North Queensland with a 14.5 point head start, and Cronulla Sharks head to head 5.54.
Nice. I've gone Melbourne 13 plus, North Queensland plus 14.5, Brisbane head to head, Cronulla at the line 1.5.
Yep.
Burst up to
Smart.
$1.90. And then I've gone Parramatta head to head. That's going to give you $12.68.
Doesn't Parramatta.
What was that?
It doesn't Parramatta.
No, fucking oath it doesn't. So that's going to be mine for the week. We'll see how that goes. I've been doing fucking shit house of mine recently, but
I'm close.
it's all right.
This week's ugly, though.
Now, I did have one other thing to bring up.
Yeah.
It's not rugby league. It's not rugby union. It's fucking cricket.
Right.
Now,
Cricket.
is it a coincidence that after England has been pantsed in all sports that they turn to a New Zealand captain and coach? They've
The
now
cricket.
got in the cricket.
I didn't even know that.
They got McCullum.
Yeah, right.
And then obviously Ben
Coaching.
Stokes is from New Zealand and he's the captain. Are they just hoping that because New Zealand is centralised around the All Blacks, who are possibly the greatest like sports team that we've seen in our modern times,
Easily.
they're hoping that maybe Baz McCullum, like, I know you're not a big union person, but Baz McCullum growing up was like the New Zealand schoolboy 10 and used to get picked ahead of Dan Carter.
Right.
Dan Carter, who is considered like possibly the greatest
I know
10
who
of
Dan
all
Carter is,
time.
yeah.
Bro, like, is that not ridiculous?
That's fucked.
So maybe,
that'd be like getting picked ahead of Darren Lockyer. And
Exactly.
then going and playing cricket for Australia.
Exactly. So what I'm thinking is that England are like, we got fucked up in the union. We got fucked up in the cricket. League, I don't think we've been relevant ever. Like, we just suck at that. We always get fucked up by Australia and New Zealand. So maybe if we bring in Baz McCullum, who, yes, he fucked us up in cricket, but he also could
gets
have
it.
fucked us up in rugby. He's got the All Black mentality in him. Never played for them, but he's definitely got
Got
it
the
in
mentality. Could have.
him. And then Ben Stokes, they already know what he can do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he'll either smash you with a cricket bat or his
bash ya.
fists.
He'll
Exactly.
bash ya.
They've got a bit of something about them. So I'm actually incredibly worried for what's to come in the next few years with a combination of Kiwis over in England. No surprise, though, that they turn to countries, people that come from countries that are not England. So once again, to try and...
Because they have no ticket in England.
Exactly. England have no ticker. They sort of suck at sport.
Yeah, big time.
Big time. So, yeah, I just thought it's a weird coincidence that they go with two Kiwis.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's funny how, like, at the end of cricket season when footy starts, it's like, I just could not give a fuck about cricket.
Yeah,
Could not give a shit. And then it changes. I'm like, I don't care about footy. Cricket is
yeah,
my love of my life.
yeah. I can't relate.
Oh, really?
I just love sport all year round.
I don't, like, not like it, but it's just like, I don't know.
Well, no, I saw the McCullum and I was just like thinking straight away, like,
It's connecting dots.
fuck, this is going to cause some trouble.
Ah.
And with the Barmy Army being able to return to Australia soon, when they come to the next Ashes with Baz McCullum at the head,
Terrifying.
a combined English-New Zealand spearheaded
our-
attack is
Our
it's
worst nightmare.
fucked. Yeah,
Our worst nightmare.
exactly.
Fuck, these wedges have done a number on
It's
me.
an India wet dream, though, to see us go down to two big nations. So,
Indian wet dream.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway,
that's basically what I have
go
for this
Broncos.
week.
Yeah, same. We moved the thing, so I can't see how long we've been going for. 22 minutes with some brief interruptions at the start, so a bit longer.
Yeah, it's all
The
right.
1 week I needed to edit it all quickly because we're doing it today. We fucked up the start. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
thanks for listening.
thank you.
We might have a sponsor coming on board. Get excited for that. A real one.
Yeah. Not those fucking fake dudes.
Yeah.
All right.
Righto.
Thanks, everyone.
See you
Give 'em heaps.
Friday. Bye.